Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ethan and you are watching Ethan TV. For today's video, I will share to you my experience in how did I open my checking account in preparation to fund or to pay my equity installment for my condo na hinuhulugan ko currently. So I will share to you which banks did I go at na-decline at ano yung mga requirements, ano yung pinaka-the best, ano yung pinaka-madaling applyan na bank for you to get a checking account. And if you're interested, please go through, finish watching this video. And also, if this is the first time visiting my channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. It would be a big help to help me grow my channel.
Ethan TV.
Okay, so just to give you an update with what I have been doing the recent time. It's been a while since the last time I posted videos about my singing and whatever activities that I've been doing, because I kind of lost my interest in making content and uploading videos. But now, since I have time, it's best to share my experience to you, especially that I am so enthusiastic, especially now that I am working very hard to finish a project. So recently, I signed up to a contract to acquire 2 condominiums. It's a long story. It's supposed to be only one, but nangyari kasi my sister is a real estate broker, but I thought she's only dealing lot and houses. I didn't know that she also deals condominiums. So may isang agent akong nakausap, and then just to cut the story short, I was persuaded, and then I decided to really get into this contract and get that condo kasi nga it's very marketable when it comes to thinking of it as an investment in the future. It's very near to my workplace. Marami din siyang mga establishment na necessary sa day-to-day livings. I'm sure it's going to be a good investment in the future. So much for that. We're gonna talk about that probably in another video, but for today's video, I will share to you my experience in opening my checking account. So sa mga hindi nakakalam, usually when you acquire something, especially if you don't do the cash basis, wala naman tayong gano'ng kalaking cash upang bayadan natin yung billion-billion na halaga ng condominium or anumang real properties. What normally happens is they will require you to submit post-dated checks kung saan doon mo babayaran ng monthly or nakaschedule yung payment. So you really need to get a checking account for that. I visited couple of banks, but it turned out na hindi ako qualified doon for some reasons. We're gonna tackle that one in a bit. By the way, I'm in Cebu. At that time, at that particular moment, I was somewhere around Guadalupe, where my condominium would be. So I needed to go to a bank na malapit dun sa condo na titirahan ko. Kaya I chose to look for banks na malapit dun. So I first visited East West sa Guadalupe. Unfortunately, at that time offline, so they could not process my application. The teller told me that they can open an account for me, but they cannot process it yet because they would need barangay certification that you are a resident of that particular area, or like a proof of address. They would need that. And you know, I was just really maximizing my time and whatever resources that I have at that moment. So I just decided to move to another bank. So I went to China Bank. So with China Bank, they did not allow me to open a checking account because one of the requirements is for you to have a savings account with them for at least 6 months. There's no balance requirement. As long as you have a savings account with them for at least 6 months, then you can open a checking account with China Bank. Katapat nun is yung BDO. So since I was denied at China Bank, I moved to BDO. For BDO, it's the same thing. You have to have a savings account for at least 6 months at saka may dapat average na balance na 10,000. So that's a little bit difficult, especially for those people who don't bank with them. So you cannot have the checking account right away. The fourth one that I visited was RCBC. The good thing about RCBC is they do not have maintaining balance, but the initial deposit that they required for you to open the account is 10,000. So I moved to Metrobank. Good thing in Guadalupe, madaming banks doon. So I went to Metrobank, and then unfortunately they could not open the account because they asked me if ano yung current address, and my current address is in Talamban. So they wanted me to go to Metrobank Talamban, and it's going to be a long ride. So wala. So I passed, went to another bank. So since it was lunchtime, I decided to just, take a break and then look for somewhere to eat and then just continue seeking for the best option where I can open the account. So, kumain ako somewhere and then napadpad ako somewhere in Iscario, which is malapit lang din dun sa sa Guadalupe. And then pumunta pa pala ako dun sa Sun Savings ba yun? Sun Savings. Pununtahan ko din yun kasi nadaanan ko lang. Tapos, yun din yung requirement. That is a very affordable checking account, by the way, just in case you are planning to get a checking account in the future for whatever purposes. You may also consider opening an account with Sun Savings Bank because they only require 2,000 pesos for the checking account without no other requirement but a savings account for at least 6 months. After Sun Savings Bank, pumunta akong Malayan Bank, which is nadaanan ko lang. Tiningnan ko kung they can open a checking account for me. It's not going to be a problem which bank you would open the checking account as long as you're able to fund it. Yun talaga yung importante. Tsaka, hindi mahirap i-maintain yung balances. Kasi nga, minsan, hindi natin ma-predict yung future. Baka may mga problems or may mga challenges. At least yung maintaining balance man lang hindi kayo mape-penalize. At saka we really have to make sure that the checking account is funded way before the due date is way before a scheduled payment is due upang hindi mag-bounce yung check, tsaka maiwasan natin yung mga penalties. So in my case, I was able to finally open an account at Malayan Savings Bank. The good thing about that bank is it's easy. It's very affordable. Yung initial deposit is very low. Tapos, yun na din yung maintaining balance. So, you only have to maintain 3,000 pesos. At saka, yun na din yung opening amount for that checking account. For that account, you also have to open along with it a savings account. Kasi nga, it's going to be a tied-up checking and savings account. If you open a checking account, automatically the savings account will be open, which you also have to maintain 1,000 pesos. So, it's going to be a total of 4,000 pesos. But you can get the checkbook right away on the day that you open the account. I am recommending this one because the process was just too fast and I was just overwhelmed kasi I was able to open an account before with East West. There was a little bit of delay because they needed to do CI or like it's going to be subject for approval pa daw. But then I was able to open an account with East West dati because I was planning to get a condo way back in 2016 but it didn't push through, so I needed to close that account. Okay, so yeah, I went to Malayan Bank and I was able to open an account with them for an amount of 3,000 pesos for the initial deposit, and that serves also as the maintaining balance. It was very convenient for me. That's why I get so overwhelmed sharing this information, because just in case you wanted to also take the route that I took when opening an account, you might also consider those banks that I've mentioned. Yung ibang banks hindi ko na mention kasi hindi ko sila na-visit. Wala mga branches dun sa Guadalupe, so I couldn't share much about other banks. So that was my experience in opening a checking account, and I'm very excited to really work hard for this project. So I hope you guys learned something about this vlog. I want to thank you for watching and for finishing the video. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and click the subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. And once again, this is Ethan, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.